Philippians 4. Somebody will help me read so that you will be fast. Philippians 4. Let's look at this scripture and be fast. Philippians 4. It is emergency. Help my life, help my life. Holy Ghost, help my life. Help my life, help my life. It is emergency. Help my life, help my life. It is emergency. Help my life. Okay. Philippians 4:6. Can we do different, like 3 different translations?
NLT.
Yes.
4:6. Don't worry about anything.
Just sit and
Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank Him for all He has done.
Watch this now. He said, okay, can we do another translation?
MSB. Don't fret or worry. Instead of worrying, pray. Let petitions and praises shape your worries into prayers. Letting God know your concerns.
Do you understand? He said, do not worry about things. Instead of you to be worried, he said, pray. He said, let your worries shape you into prayer. Let the problems around you be the reason why you should pray more. But he said, in every of your requests, mix it with thanksgiving. I want to talk to you people a bit on what I title the power of thanksgiving. Hear me, people of God. The only person that can excel proper in this kingdom is a man that understands thanksgiving. As simple as it is, do you know that today's church had reduced thanksgiving to the day offering will be much in church? Today's church have reduced thanksgiving to be an end of the 18. They have reduced thanksgiving to be the day they will dash pastor money. Thanksgiving so that, no, see, the reason why they've reduced it that way is because of the power. Let me tell you something. Anything that doesn't have power, devil will not attack it. The Bible said that devil is going through and fro, looking for whom? Devil is too busy going up and down to attack a man that have nothing. You don't get. Hear me. Anytime you see a certain thing in church being attacked, is because there is power in that thing. The devil is too busy to attack you, prince, if you don't have anything in you that will help the world. I have seen it very well that Siba, as good as it is for us to call the devil wicked, don't call him stupid. Devil is not stupid. See, devil can lose battles because of the victory. But if you say he didn't calculate it well, it's a lie. Anybody under a fight, it is because there is something about you. Let me say it again. Anybody here struggling for his life, something is upon you that is unusual. One of the ways to know where there is treasure, check very well and see the attack on that thing. Why you discover that so many people now cajole thanksgiving because of a truth. The only thing Jesus expanded with on earth is the act of thanksgiving. I'll show you. The only thing that can grow anything in your hand is thanksgiving. Let me tell you, thanksgiving is the ability to recognize what had been done and return back to the doer his should I use the word now, right of that capacity of doing what he had done. You don't thank a man that can't do anything. You won't meet a madman now and say thank you. You can come to me and tell me thank you because I am your pastor, because I have an ability in me that is able to profit you or that I profit you. The only reason why you will thank God is because he's God. Can we thank God a little here? I'm going somewhere. Just say thank you, Jesus. If you say you don't have any reason to thank God, you are joking. No. If you are here and you tell me I don't have any reason I'm thanking God, you are not serious. If you are hungry, it means you have appetite. There are some people now in the hospital, they don't know how food tastes. Talk more of eating. So their problem is not the food. Their problem is their taste bud. There are some people, one place is where they are at. From year to year, all they hear is stories. And now they will reduce themselves to Facebook because they want to be doing something. And that Facebook will keep bringing them bad news until they are more depressed in that condition. So if you can walk around, go and buy something and come back and eat. No matter how poor the money is what to thank God. If you are here and the only thing you are suffering is money, you are good. There are some people, they will die with HIV, in case you don't know. See, but if you know what God has escaped you, and some of you fornicated, though, don't look at me like that now. Some of you fornicated without protection, and maybe say that person is infected, and yet God kept you. You know why? God has seen your heart. If you start thinking of BP, you will die quick. So God just saved you. Can you take it? There are some sickness bigger than HIV. Have you seen people with hepatitis B? You will know that God is saving you. And hepatitis B, to catch it is very simple. Have you seen people with an unending cough? I know a lady that have been coughing for 10 years. We have prayed and fasted. She's still with it till now. See that you can wake up. Do you know how people paralyzed? They will sleep strong and wake up off. They'll just discover that this down is not working and that up is working. And you eat more terrible food than them. They are careful with their eating. Yes, they were affected. You see why you should thank God every day. Hear me. Anytime you wake up, the first thing you will do, breathe in and out, if it is working, is what to take. Father, thank you. See, when you wake up in the morning, do eyes like hand like this. If you can see your hand, it means you are not blind. Thank God. Everybody here have something to thank God about. Every one of you here must have a reason to thank God. I know you come here with plenty prayer requests. God will do it. But first, thank God for what He has done. Hear me. The reason why we are in this place now is because we learned the attitude of thanking God. Why we organize this meeting, I know it's not normal. I don't think any church does Thanksgiving January, whatever. But it was God that spoke to me. See, let me tell you people something. And I will run faster than myself, no wala, because of time. Hear me. When we started God's Wonder Family, we had only this block. It was poor people like they think. Nobody is here to help me. The place was open. Why? It was raining. We put canopy. But that day, I went home and I said, Father, thank you for doing this. All of a sudden, the roof came. Like joke, like play. That time, somebody brought ₦1 million. God has answered my prayer this. And I danced before God. I will make sure nobody is watching me. Security people will come and be flashing me, touching it. I will come and I will say, Father, thank you. Now you do this one. Thank you, Lord. We will finish the roofing, and the roofing scattered the first one. The Lord told me again, you know how you got this one? Say, organize another session of Thanksgiving. And we finished that Thanksgiving. Another money came, 1.5 million to roof. When we finished that one, we came again to thank God, and we start buying little instruments. The first speaker we bought in this place, we danced that day in church. Some people forgot time. The speaker is like this, very small. The speaker is service address system. What is it called? Public address system. And I told God, so we can grow to this much. I didn't see this thing. We learned the art of thanking God for one microphone. Hear me and hear me very well. The Lord told me something. He said, tell my people that the reason why most of them suffer, He said they fasted to get what they want. When they got it, they never fast to thank me. Hear me. If fasting is what brought your reward, also use fasting to thank God for bringing it. A lot of people are good in fasting when nothing is working. But once the thing work, chicken is become their second name. That is why you will receive that blessing, but after a while you will lose it forever. Let me tell you, one of the implications of Thanksgiving. I said Thanksgiving is an expression of gratitude, especially to God for His great wonders. Thanksgiving, right? Are you with me now? If you are writing, write please. I may not have time to go into all of the things I have here. I said Thanksgiving is the expression of gratitude, especially to God for what He has done and for who He is. Hear me. Even if you don't want to thank God for what He has done, thank Him because He's God. Imagine that one man is the one we are all calling every day. If you are one, you would have gone deaf. But God is answering all the prayer. Number one, Thanksgiving is a multiplier. Hear me. If you thank God for 10,000, you must have 100,000. Is a law. Do you know why some people are poor? They don't know the mystery of the kingdom. So they think all that is in the kingdom is prayer. Let me tell you, some people are praying a selfish prayer. You will only reap that prayer maybe in your children and not in your life. Because God does not answer a selfish prayer. Hear me and hear me very well. The reason why I will do more for you is because you thank me for what I have done. The reason why I will still pick your call tomorrow is because when I pick your call, there is an evidence of gratitude that this one does not take me for granted. Can I be sincere with you? Foolish people don't remember yesterday, but wise men write it down so that they can remember it to their children. Why I am not ashamed to tell you things that have happened in this church, it is because it is the Lord that have done it. And if God can do it, I must say it. And once I say it and you learn, it becomes your reality. Can I be sincere with you? In this God's Wonder family, we can never be small again. I have learned the secret. No, now, there is nothing. See, anything I tell you I will do, give me time. It must come to pass because I have learned the mystery. And I am here to tell you the truth without hiding it as my own secret. Because you see, I don't believe in secrets. I believe in all of us growing together. Hear me. I say thanksgiving is what? A multiplier. If you can thank God for the little thing you've done, He will give you the much you are asking for. If you can thank God for every little thing you've got, let me tell you, anybody that can thank God for 10,000, let me say it again, 100,000 is your portion. Anybody that can thank God for 100,000, 1 million must be your portion. Anybody that can thank God for 1 million, 10 million must come to you. It is a must. Why a lot of people are poor is because they got just one miracle and forgot thanksgiving. And all the miracles they got is finished. There is nothing coming in again. Thanksgiving is a multiplier. When you thank God for what He has done, is a sign that you are ready to get more. When you thank God, see, it is better to pretend in thanking God than not thank Him at all. Let me say it again. It is better. You know, some of us who just, Father, thank you. We know where our mind is. Oh, we just want to start with thank you because it's a protocol. It's still better to do that than not thank God at all. Can I be sincere with you? A person that can thank God is ready to receive more from Him. A person that can thank God is ready. When you see me dance here, some people that they don't have packaging. Say why your people are disrespecting you with who you are in the nations of the world is because you dance anyhow. I tell them, what about Pastor Paul Eneche? What about our Uncle David? Should I name many more? See, if you don't know the character, the attitude of thanksgiving, you will be daying for long. If the English is correct or wrong, in Holy Ghost there is no wrong English. Do you understand? I say, if you don't know how to thank God, what? You will be daying for long. Somebody say, I will be daying. If you don't know how to thank God, check your life. It is one testimony after the other. But a man that I asked God, when they gave us the prize, all right, I wouldn't go into that. When we finished, I was here the day the church collapsed. I had lost my father. Some of you don't know. I was not having a house. Sometimes I'll go and sleep on the mountain. Right? This is the first time you are hearing it. Pastor met me here one day and said, I really don't know what to say, but this your God is strong. I learned the attitude earlier enough. I saw my son here with a picture on his phone. He came and videoed this place when it was open. He said, make una dey say no be tomorrow. Una go say. Because people will come here now and tell you, prophet must be adding something to the wall. Come, I will tell you what I've added. Let's go to Maria Mountain. I will show you what I added there. Let's go to Arab Road Mountain. I will show you what I added. Let's go and meet that doctor. There was a time I finished fasting. I couldn't come down from mountain because I was thirsty. It was people coming down that helped me. So when you see me talk and it happened, don't be quick to think. There are things we know. One of them is what I'm telling you tonight. The act of thanksgiving. There is no level the Lord brought us in this church that we did not organize Thanksgiving service. There is no level. See, when I was praying last year, I told God, since the church fell off, I want us to change level. And the Lord told me, hear me and hear me very well. A man that must grow must learn the attitude of listening and yielding to God. When I yielded, let me tell you people something. And when I went to God, do you know what God told me? If I bring you so day, let's have a deal. You will give me a Thanksgiving service. I said, And hear me. Immediately we sold up the deal. I came to this place. I knelt down. Out of my belly shall flow rivers of living water. Out of Abuguja, Abba, shall flow rivers of living water. You see, Ba, the prophetic is doing me, but I don't want to leave the service. I'm seeing some men walking around at this back. All right, let's try. Let's see how this thing will go. All right. Number 2, what I said first is that thanksgiving is what? A multiplier. Somebody should help me with Matthew 14. Help me fast. Matthew 14. Fast. Matthew 14. Fast. Out of my belly shall flow river. 14. Let's start from verse let's do 19 because of time. Is anyone there? 19. 14, 19. Matthew 14, 19.
The people to sit down on the grass.
Watch this now. Okay, let's start from verse 17.
Impossible, they exclaimed. We have only 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish.
Watch this now. Okay, let's start from verse 15.
That evening, the disciples came to him and said,
watch this now. He said, that evening, the disciples came to him and said, what?
This is a desolate place.
He said, this place we are at, there is nothing to buy. It's a village. It's a bush. There is no development.
And it is getting late.
He said, it is getting late. Listen to me, people of God.
Send the crowds away.
He said, send them away.
So they can go to the villages and buy
so that they will go to another place and prosper. So that they can go to another place and have money. Don't worry, sit please. So that they can go to another place and see what they can do with themselves. And listen to me. Let me prophesy with this place now. There are some of you don't have certificates. That's why you are crying. God, how will I succeed? No, there is a place in God that if you get there, you can prosper in a desolate land. You don't get me. Hear me. And don't care your situation. You will tell yourself, the sin I am into, I cannot go further than this. No, it's because you have not contacted Jesus enough. He said to them, he said, let us send them away because it's getting dark. And when it's dark, there is no place they can get anything. Every dark moment of your life, Jesus is about to change the story. See, they said to themselves, he said, we cannot even feed these people. Even if we should bring a truckload. Go ahead, please.
But Jesus replied.
He said, Jesus replied.
That is not necessary.
He said, it is. Somebody say it's not necessary. Higher. Say, my cry is not necessary. Say, my thinking is not necessary. Somebody say, my worry. It's not necessary. Higher. See, you see, I like this place very well. These are those places, Jerry, you know now. You will tell me this, I'll tell you it's not necessary. This is where I got it from. See, fear was too much in her because death is close to her. And I tell her from today that your insecurity is no longer necessary. I just spoke a prophetic word to somebody. You see, man, someone told me, when I asked the Lord, is it time to go? The Lord said to me, no, it's not time to leave here. And I told God, then he said, it's not necessary for you to think what I'm not saying. Somebody say it's not necessary. See, from today, when issues come to you, tell them it's not necessary. You don't understand. See, from now, when you are thinking about something, once you remember it, tell the devil it's not necessary. You wake up with bad dream. See, if you don't know the interpretation, once it's bad, tell the devil. See, they are telling you your house rent is about to due and landlord will pursue you. Tell the devil what? I saw a woman yesterday here. She was climbing up and asking me a question. I saw some people move down. Are you sure it's not people that came for demolition? I look at her. I just thought from my heart first, go behind me, Satan. now, go. Yes, it's working. And the devil was just going to say, yes, go. As she was passing, I do like this, I turn. Holy Ghost fire. Hear me, there are things you should not give your ear to. No, it's not necessary. Let me say it again. If they demolish this place today, what they demolish a structure, I am God's wonder. Once I'm not tired, we will continue. You don't understand me. You didn't get what I just said. Hear me. See, if I go to UK now, God's wonder will start. Do you know why? Inside me, Yahweh is inside me. You don't get it. Fire. Oh, who is this boy? Throw away him. Like, oh, Jesus. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hear this. It is not necessary. Can you say it again? Say, issues around me. It's not necessary. Say, the answers I can't answer. Say, it is not necessary. Some people will call me, prophet, we saw something about you. I tell them it's malaria. I said, don't worry. Just go and drink waiting be done malaria medicine. I said, drink them. There is one I used to take that year, Adequate. And the name even they sound so Adequate. I'll just direct you to the nurse. Just treat malaria, it's not me. I said, do you know that if I die, what is missing? Imagine that I'm no more. It's not possible now. I don't get. Do you know how many churches I will build for people and dash them? Then I will die. Yeah? There are not many people that can give like me. So stingy people will now be alive. Me give, I will die. It doesn't work like that. Me, I will die. When I know how to thank God, there are some things that I've prayed about. All I did was to give myself to Thanksgiving. Let's go ahead, please.
But Jesus replied, that isn't necessary. You feed them.
He said, Jesus replied, it's not necessary. He said the disciples should feed them. Look at their answer.
Impossible.
See, imagine, see the way it sounded. I like that your tone. Like, imagine they look at Jesus. He is not walk. I beg you, today do. Go ahead, please.
Impossible, they exclaimed.
He said impossible.
We have only 5 loaves of bread.
We have only 5 loaves of bread.
And 2 fish.
And just 2 pieces of fish.
Bring them here.
Jesus said them, I will teach you how this thing works. Somebody say, I will learn how it works. Watch what happened here. Jesus told them, bring the fish and bring the 5 bread.
Then he told the people to sit down on the grass.
And he told the people to sit down. Somebody should help me with NIV. That translation she's about to read.
Then he had the people sit on the grass.
He had the people sit down first. See, you know the challenge you have, but you too, they run speed. Sometimes, if you don't know what to do, sit down first and think. See, he told them, sit down. On a doubt too much. See, as they taught, sit down. They sat down.
Taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish. He
take the 5 loaves and 2 fishes.
And looking up to heaven.
See, he looked up to God.
He gave thanks.
See, he gave thanks unto God.
And broke the loaves.
He said, and he broke the breads.
Then he gave them to the disciples.
And he gave it to the doubting disciples.
And the disciples gave them to the people.
He said he gave them to all the people.
And they did eat.
He said they ate.
They all ate and were satisfied.
They ate and were satisfied.
And the disciples picked up 12 baskets.
Watch this. Out of the 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes, everybody there ate, and they had a leftover of 12 baskets. What really happened? First of all, the Bible said that Jesus picked the breads and the fish, and he looked up to heaven. When he looked up to heaven, he was not trying to draw power. He's remembering what the Lord had done before now. He said, he saw me say, go do him again. He knows what the Lord is able to do. The Bible said that when he picked those breads and fish, he looked up to heaven. And the next thing that he did, he followed the protocol. What was the protocol? He thanked God. You know the challenge you have. The little one you have, you don't know how to multiply it. You don't know how to make it add more. You don't know how to grow from where you are to another place. God told me something today. He said, if you can take me for today, I will take you to tomorrow. He said, and if you can take me for now, he said, letter should not be a prayer point. He said, the only person that will go far is a tanker. If you are not a tanker, you will think yourself into trouble. The only man that can journey with God is a man that has learned the act of thanksgiving. Everybody that walked in the miraculous know how to thank God. Help me again, chapter 15 now. Chapter 15, let's do verse 35 because of time. 15, I want to round up fast. I didn't want to get to this place I am at now.
So Jesus told all the people to sit down on the
ground. Again, this is the second miracle. It's another day. He said, Jesus was preaching again and it was dark. And Jesus always liked to show them this thing. Hear me, Bam. Every situation in your life, if you have prayed and it's not working, go and study the life of Jesus. You must find out why it's not working for you. Jesus did this miracle 2 times. It is very clear that he wanted to teach the disciples something, and they still did not learn. If you read this same place, when Jesus asked them to bring, they still brought the same. The Bible said they brought few fishes and bread, and they were murmuring, we don't have. Instead of them to replicate what had happened, they were still murmuring. Hear me. If you have not learned the act of thanksgiving and only believe it's end of the year in your church, that is why you will suffer for long. If you have not learned the act of thanksgiving to be a daily thing, I tell you the truth, there is no way you can go further than where you are at. It's not a curse, it's a law. Hear this. And Jesus picked the same. He said the same way. If you read that place, he said, and he lifted it up to God and he thanked him again. Could it be that this is what some of us have been missing? Could it be that this is why our situation is going from worse to terrible? Could it be that this is, some of you need to go back home today and give yourself a 1-month Thanksgiving night? If you can thank God for that one healing that happened in your church, more can happen. If you can thank God for receiving your healing, all right, let's check because of time. I don't have time. Number 2, why should we thank God always? Or, I say this, thanksgiving keep you into a realm where you become immune from what God has saved you from. You remember the story of the 10 lepers. When one get back to Jesus, Jesus asked a question. I healed 10. How come it's only you that is coming back to thank me? And he said, go, you are made whole. That means a man can be healed and not be made whole. So what is a man being made whole? Is to become immune to that situation that you fell in. A lot of people are poor because God gave them money. They finished it before they remember their tithe. A lot of people are poor. I will say it. And you see, why you see people attacking first fruit is because it's first fruit. And why people are attacking it is because it's important. Can I be sincere with you? Even if you want to do charm, you will spend money. How come you want to come to God and you don't want your money to go out? How did you learn it? You know, the only challenge is this, man. We have had greedy people talk about first fruit. If you study the book of the first fruit character, the first fruit principle, you will know that it's not to give all your salary. No, what Bible said there is that out of what you have gathered first, bring out a part of it which is the best of it and bring to me for Thanksgiving. That is your first fruit. So if I earn 1 million, I may not give all the 1 million. That's not first fruit. But I should give something out of the 1 million that is indeed tangible to thank God for the beginning of the journey. That's first fruit. This is why a lot of people are poor. I'm telling you the truth. So pastors will say, bring your first salary. It is because their girlfriend is calling them to bring money. Well, no, sorry. That was the loud one. Sorry. You know, yeah? And the pastor shouting for first fruit, some of them can't pay because they are stingy. You don't know? Some pastors don't pay title. But if you see them shouting, vain will be everywhere because that's their gain. See, God forbid that I should depend on tithes. Oh, don't do that again, young man. Are you with me? Are you learning at all? Are you sure? Is he entering you? Thanksgiving is to keep you away from that thing. Thanksgiving is what we regenerate what he has done. Thanksgiving is what we make it a seed, not a fruit. Do you know that if you give money and receive money, God have cheated you because he's God? You are supposed to give money and receive a spirit of favor. That is what God told us today. God said, thank me for what I have done, and I will usher you into a realm. He said the realm is called favor. He said because this year will be hard. If you want to live by how you earn, you will suffer. How much is the salary? Beans now is getting to 6,000 or 5,000. I can't remember. I was paying last week. I was not happy with the malam. And I told myself, I can't live like this. Oh, there must be a way where I can spend this money and I don't feel it. And God said, learn thanksgiving. And he told us as a house on Friday, he said, gather them to dance before me. He said, as they thank me, he said, what I will release upon them and upon the house is favor. Hear this, we have entered favor. What is favor? Favor is receiving what you don't deserve. A man walking in favor cannot be in error. A man walking in favor does not go late to an interview. A man walking in favor cannot do mistake. Either way, something good must drop. It's called favor. You can't live this year with all the things you know. You have to live by favor because the day is getting darker. Nigeria is paying a loan. 2% is what is servicing Nigeria. 8% is going for servicing of loans. So how then will everybody receive their salary? Yahoo boys everywhere now because people are losing hope. But I tell you, everything they can do will do it double. People of God, I don't know what to say to make you think I'm proud. But you see this church where we are at, we will not just fix AC. We will put LED TV and we will have a coffee machine there. If you are cold, go and get coffee and drink. Hear me. We can do all of these things, but it will be with prayer and thanksgiving. Don't request if you are not a thanker. Stop requesting if you don't know how to return with thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is the ability to honor God. I wouldn't want to go into honoring God, right? Because honoring God, one of them is that your resources with every day come to the work of the ministry. That's what it means. Let me say this again. Thanksgiving number 2. Thanksgiving number 3. Thanksgiving help to shift your focus out of the lack and concentrate on the available. Do you know why many people are depressed? It's because they don't know Thanksgiving. See, show me a person that can thank God. I'll show you a man that cannot be depressed. See, thanksgiving is what shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is available. Let me say it again. When you see lack in a man's life, check him very well. He's not a thanker. When you see lack in a man's life, just be very careful. Just check. I cannot be worried because I know how to thank God. Some people say to me, Elijah, can you survive? I say, me. See, before you finish talking, watch me, I'll be laughing. People of God, has there been any time we entered problem that my face is not smiling? See, it will be difficult for you. Once it has to do with God, I know what he can do. If God can do it in my life, he can do it anywhere. See, learn this thing I'm telling you now. Do you people remember that day that we finished this roofing? We didn't even have speaker. All our things were damaged. And I told you people, we put one light. You remember, changeable lantern. And we say, let's dance before God. And we are using our empty hand. Look at where we are today. Tell me what we can do now with God. See, he said, for that worry, he said, let the worry lead you to pray. But as you are praying, mix it with thanksgiving. That means, God, I know it's a problem, but I know what you did yesterday. Some of you, you need to bring the receipt of the things you have, put it on the floor and kneel down. Tell God, because of this one, thank you, sir. Because of that one, thank you. Because of this one, thank you. I can kneel down in peace, thank you. I can walk, thank you. You are thinking you are barren. If you hear the prayer point of some mothers, do you know some mothers that have children admire barren women? You are not how I wish everybody will become a pastor here so that you can hear some things we hear. Thanksgiving, shift your focus. from what is not around to what is around. Thanksgiving. So tonight, as we are going to dance before God, dance like you don't colo is God. It's not in a club. Nobody is videoing you to post and show your scandal. I mean, dance very well. It's not like Jerry. You know Jerry don't dance. He only pray in tongues. Jeremiah, stand up and dance. Let me see. Oh, Jesus. You only don't be like, are you? If we are dancing, dance. So thank God. When worship is going on, worship. This can only be God. My life. Somebody say, if they ask me what do you do for a living, I'll tell them it's my best. Actually, anybody in Nigeria is doing something. What are you doing? You are doing Nigeria. It's not easy to be a Nigerian. Because of time, Thanksgiving brings you into a relationship with God. See, when you learn to thank God, you will always remember God. When people don't know how to thank God, they forget about God. Thanksgiving brings a level of relationship between you and God. People of God, learn to thank God. Brothers and sisters, learn to thank God. I know you didn't hit the jackpot, but thank God you had opportunity to. Some people never had the opportunity. You know, you think you have not prospered. Go to the village and see smokers. You senior them. And that is the only thing they do for life now. So thank God I escaped. I am not married. And no, at least you have sense to think you are not married. Go to the street of Lagos. You will see mad people. Very beautiful and handsome. And forever, if God don't intervene, that's the end of their life. You know, you have not eaten today. You have taste bud. Thank God for that. There are some people. There is a story my spiritual father told me about a rich man. The rich man cannot stay 10 minutes without ice block. His car, he has a fridge. You were around when he was telling the story, Papa, about the man he prayed for, about ice block. The man, he has a car. They customized the car. He has fridge. His car cannot off anyhow because of the ice block. His house have freezers everywhere because of ice block. That's the sickness. Did they put microwave inside his heart? What is drying him like that? A rich man. So because all you don't have is money, and you think, have you seen the sickness of some rich men? Nobody has said they will transplant you and you are not happy. People of God, rise on your feet now and say, Father, thank you for my life. Can you just say, Father, thank you? Just say, Jesus, thank you. I know I have not gotten to where I want, but thank you. Oh, can you just thank God? And the lifter up of my. Oh, can you just thank God? Come on now, just give God the glory. Appreciate Him in this place. Can you just give God the glory? Just thank God. Come on, thank God for life. Thank God for all He has done. Thank God for the gift of life. Thank God for God's wonder family. Just give Him praise. Appreciate His name.